Ah. Stuff's trying to attack me, Sean.
Well, you deserve it. I'm sure of it.
Oh, wow. Love you too.
You just say you love me. Does it go under there?
Yeah.
Sit. Stay.
Don't roll over.
Right. Back under the hood again. Oh, get my other foot in here.
Under the hood again.
There is one bolt missing.
Yeah.
Nope, there it is.
Wait
Okay.
to get under the hood again. We need silicone.
Yeah.
You got some silicone?
Maybe.
Is this going to be the adventures of finding stuff inside of the garage?
Might well be. I don't think there's any in the garage that's any good.
Well, you don't know that until we try.
Alright, this didn't go under here. It came out on the other side.
Try not to kill yourself.
I'll try very hard. Clank. It makes a racket. Right, probably shouldn't do this till I get the belt on. Hmm.
On your brother's silicone.
That's... Was it any good?
It's soft.
Well, then it's probably good.
I haven't opened it. But ultra gray is just so fitting, Ian.
Oh my god. Alright, let's make sure I got the right... Oh, it isn't. Okay, you get over there.
That should be on the back side.
It is on the back.
No, it's on the back side. Oh, right there.
Yeah, good. Now, let's try to get this thing on.
All right. Which is this bolt here. Oh, you got it in your hand.
went on so much easier when I wasn't trying to put the belt on with it.
Right. You need a pry bar.
Got a little one.
Go for it. I want to see it.
Don't think it's going to help.
Hey, you left your ratchets in here.
My what?
Your ratchets, an extension, and wobbly. And a socket.
Yay. I need to... Not that one. Not going to use that one.
Alrighty.
Okay. Don't worry about it. We'll need to do something to tighten it, but we aren't going to need that at the moment.
Okay.
Since this is already loose. 9/16 wrench, 11/16 wrench.
We didn't bring any tools out.
Your tools are in your truck. You have wrenches.
I just picked this up.
That's your own fault. I'll try not to move too much.
This is a nice close-up of your mug is all I was laughing about.
Okay. Would you rather I put a mask on? That make you feel better? Yeah, this carburetor's leaking like a sieve, Jerry.
Black metal.
Carburetor's leaking like a sieve. Look at this.
Yeah, that's why your dad parked it, I thought.
That's what Mom said. She's probably right. We might be able to get a rebuild kit for it. I'd rather use a stock carburetor.
Oh, you changed your mind, have you?
Stop and think about it, Jerry.
Oh, I just said you changed your mind.
This is the one that was designed for the motor. I mean...
What do you need size-wise?
9/16 and a 11/16, and I'm going to need the ratchet with a 9/16 on it.
With the 9/16 on it?
Yeah. I'm glad the mice didn't do too big a number on the
Wiring?
wiring. I mean, a little bit, but not huge. That could be a real nightmare on these older ones.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tighten this one all the way down yet, because I want to tighten the belt a little bit. My knee is in the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she is definitely leaking.
I don't think it's leaking so much as pouring.
Yeah, it didn't pour. If it was pouring, it would have poured when we lit it up yesterday. Which I'm pretty sure the clutch is disconnected now. So I think we can probably put it back in gear and it won't take off.
You mean the, yeah, we can put the transfer case back in gear?
Yeah, because I think the clutch was stuck to the flywheel.
I think it was too.
And then when I started it up and I revved it up a little bit, I heard it go pink, and then the funny noises went away. And they were funny noises.
Kind of like you.
I don't know if my noises are funny.
You're funny looking.
Well, looks ain't everything, though.
This bolt's trying to come out.
Trying to come out?
It's trying to come out. Look at this. Get back in there.
Oh. As you're moving, it's just trying to walk its way out.
One of those square-headed bolts that has a set location in the compressor.
Oh.
And it was moving.
That's weird.
It happens.
Although, I'm not really certain why we're putting the compressor back on.
You don't know? I want the alternator to work.
Oh, you can just get a belt without a AC compressor.
Or I could put the compressor back on. Saves me another, what, 18 bucks?
About 25 horsepower.
Except that it doesn't need 25 horsepower unless it's engaged.
You're hoping that the clutch on the compressor works or disengages.
I'm sure it does. I spun it already.
Oh,
look at that. Huh.
That's pretty lucky.
Almost like it works.
Well, that's usually what went wrong with those, is the clutch would stick and then they'd burn themselves up.
You know what that means, right?
Huh?
It means it works.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have compression even in the AC compressor.
It might. Your dad might have just tore it all apart because it ran low on
refrigerant
one day, and his mechanic didn't know what the heck he was doing. I wouldn't say that he's ever...
Well, all right. First off, they had no money when I was growing up.
Oh, that's true.
My parents had next to no money. I mean, they're worse than you are right now. I mean, they were living on a piece of property that didn't have a well, that didn't have water going to it, so they used this truck to move water from a cistern to a tank that fed the trailer.
Sounds like heaven.
Heh.
As long as nobody else lived around you. And I actually got pictures of the property.
A beautiful piece of property, but... All right. That is 1/2 inch. We will worry about that in a bit.
All right. Silicone nose. Good clean spot on your pants? Yes. Dirty now? Yes.
Well, since I need to clean, at least try to clean the threads.
Right.
Since we're pretty sure that these things go through the water jacket.
Oh, I know they go through the water jacket.
Pretty sure they go through the water jacket and into the crankcase.
I know they go into the water jacket. I'm hoping they go into the crankcase. You gotta crowbar. No, just pull the rubber out of the top so we can reseal it.
I can't reseal it.
You mean
It's separating. This isn't supposed to be clear, Jerry. And what was coming out of the top was clear.
Oh, what did you do to it?
Don't look at me. I'm going to squeeze it until it sort of mixes up, and then I'm going to poke a hole in the side.
I hope the plug pops out right into you.
All right, we'll try it your way. I don't think this is... No, that's like concrete.
I usually run a screw into them and then just yank the screw out and everything comes out with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got to the gray stuff. Look at that.
Which is still gray.
Oh, wow. It's still gray. Oh, your brother's supposed to be back later this evening.
Well, is he bringing my nephew with him? Or at least my sister-in-law?
No. Well, your sister-in-law. What are you doing?
Cleaning the bad stuff off the top.
I'll put my arm in that later.
I'm sure of it. It'll be hilarious. That'll be the awesome. Oh man, the holes aren't lined up.
Right, because the belt's pulling down on it.
Belt actually isn't pulling on anything.
What about this one over here?
All of these other ones are pulling on it.
Oh, yeah. And you should probably put all the bolts in before you tighten them.
Oh.
You're supposed to do that with everything you fix. You know that, right?
Yeah, but modern stuff lines up. Where is this?
I probably did too 30 years ago.
No, I doubt it.
40 years ago?
I wouldn't think about that either. I seriously doubt this thing...
46 years ago.
Dodge never had perfection, Jerry.
No, I'm just saying.
They're closer now, but they never did.
I was figuring out the age of the truck.
It's, 46.
Yeah.
This thing is almost an antique. There's some play now. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Cramp?
Yeah, good stuff.
More mechanic yoga.
That's not helping. It's getting worse.
That's what I do every night when I go to bed.
There it is.
My legs cramp, my back's cramps.
Your face cramps.
My face is beautiful.
Yeah, sure it is.
I got a face even a mother can't love.
Well, obviously. Your grandmother did, though, but she's evil.
Yeah, I don't know if she did or not.
Grandfather?
Yeah, he loved me. Take that screwdriver and tighten the top of that.
Tighten the top of what?
Right, carburetor.
Oh, those?
Those, yeah. And then
you make me do 2 or 3 things at once. I don't think this is going to help.
I want to see if they're loose. Oh, look at that. They're loose.
Oh. Shit. Ratchet got stuck.
When things are loose, they leak, especially fuel.
Yeah, well, it's possible the gasket shrank, but...
It's possible it just vibrated loose in 40-some years. Yeah. Well, 24 years. Because they drove it for 24 years. They parked it for 21 years. I noticed this was leaking the other day.
It's gonna be tight all the way in, isn't it?
You gotta get it tight.
Okay. Okay.
I am becoming one with the truck.
You got truck foo?
Well, do we want to call it mechanic yoga, truck foo?
No,
or...
mechanics yoga is all the positions you have to get into.
Right, like you were yesterday when I first
Becoming one with the truck, that's going to be something else.
That's what you're doing right now. Crawling into the truck.
Yeah, if I move too far, I'm going to break my knees. It'll be awesome.
Slip, crack, crack. Ah. I've done that before, climbing out of my Dodge. And climbing out of my Dodge is literally was climbing out of the Dodge.
It's Tammy's Dodge now.
Oh, it's...
Which is freaking hilarious because she stands, what, 5 foot nothing?
If she's lucky.
Her nose, or top of her head doesn't come up to the bottom of the doors.
Right. We should really do something about that for them.
Well... We're willing to, if they are willing to.
We'll get this thing running. Maybe we'll drive it over there and have a discussion with Dan, and maybe that's something Dan would be willing to do.
All right, where did you hook?
Right there on to the, yeah, right there. And then right there. We were driving that. Hey, that was running just fine without that spring yesterday.
I think the gas pedal's heavy enough to do its thing.
Slam it back up.
Okay. 1/2-inch wrench I'm going to need. Get this mess going.
It was the larger end that was leaking, but you're going to have to break the one loose.
Oh, it's already loose.
Oh, it's already loose? Oh, my Stanley tools. Where the heck?
Come here, Jerry. You'll love this.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I noticed it was leaking. I noticed it was leaking yesterday. So you're going to have to break the little one loose, tighten the big one up, and then tighten the little one up again. Or else you'll spin the...
Yeah, to make a mess out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's nice and tight.
Guten tight?
You guys keep screwing up the words. That's Guten Tag. It means good day.
I think they call it a joke, Sean.
Yeah, but that's not a good joke.
No, I said it was a good
You're going to make fun of other people's languages. You ought to at least...
I make fun of our language all the time.
All right.
Since we use everybody else's language.
Now, mostly Germanic, mostly. A couple of borrow words in there, but it's mostly Germanic.
Uh-huh.
This is going to be fun.
You know what? That carburetor leaking might be the reason why it's actually working.
Oh, you think it...
It leaked all the bad fuel out? Oh, dude, I washed my hands probably 20 times last night, and I still smell like that stuff.
What do you think we should do with this?
Do with what?
I can't pull up on it hard enough to tighten the belt.
Well, you gotta get a pry bar in there. Oh, here. Does it have the thing for the 3/8 in the back? We can throw the 3/8, the little square. Does it have the square in the back? It's usually right here. Nope, it doesn't. Some of them have a square where you can throw a 3/8 wrench into. But yeah, you can grab a hold of that with a bigger wrench.
At least 3/4.
Warm.
Nope.
Oh, bigger,
too small.
Bigger. 7/8 is the biggest I carry.
Well, you don't carry anything nearly big enough then.
Oh.
All right.
Let's see if an 18 is big enough.
18 is smaller than a 3/4.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's the biggest I got. 7/8. I don't have anything resembling a pry bar.
I do. It's that long.
Oh, you know. You didn't have to explain to us why you've been single this long.
Hold on, there's a lug wrench in the back of the truck, if you'd find it for me.
Oh, yeah, there it is, isn't there? Is it in the bed?
It's in the bed.
There's a giant pipe wrench back here. Did the lug wrench get moved over here with the rest of the stuff that came out of my truck?
I don't think so.
Oh, I got a hose wrapped around my foot. That was almost really bad.
You gonna face plant with the camera?
Almost did. Hell, half these parts over here are for...
All 52 parts.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess I gotta climb into the back of the truck. Make sure we didn't throw it in the front of the truck. Oh, there's giant screwdrivers in the front of the truck. Oh, this door doesn't open, does it?
It might, sometime, sooner or later, maybe.
Have we ever tried unlocking it?
No.
It looks like it's unlocked. That's what scares me. Ow!
Old Craftsman screw sticks.
Wooden handled. That one's already splitting.
Western Auto. That'll tell you something. Made in Taiwan.
Oh. Yay.
How do we get you to move?
Here.
Putting it in there is a horrible idea.
No.
You can't put enough leverage on it.
No, some of them you can. Oh. You're probably right. You had your leg in the way. Oh.
Here, hold on a minute. I can stand on the damn thing.
That might work. I was afraid of breaking the fins off.
Ow!
Like that.
No, that was a, nothing broke off.
Oh.
It slipped.
Oh, here, try it again.
Fucker. Screwdriver's too long. Oh, it moved. That's as tight as it's getting, though.
That's all right. Ain't going far today. I mean, we could try to drive it.
Leave some grooves in the streets.
I bet you it hits the dirt, and that's about how farther you make it.
You think so?
I think you just dig a hole in the dirt. The front end would plow, and you dig a hole in the dirt. We could do that one tire burnout until that tire blows, though.
Oh, that ought to take about, I don't know, 5 or 6 seconds.
I don't know. It made it all the way here. None of the other tires did. Even the spare tire that we put on, I mean, it looks worse than the other tires. Well, the one tire came completely off, but yeah, that was a spare tire. It held air. Actually had
That was the spare tire off the other Dodge.
32 PSI on it. Yeah, it came off the 84 Dodge. No, it was the spare tire for this.
Spare tire for this is still in the bed.
No, it's a spare tire for this. It's the same rim.
They're all the same rim.
I thought the other Dodge had the
No, they're all
Mopar
the
rims
same
on
size.
it. Yeah, they're all the same size. This is an actual rim that matches the truck.
Yeah, so did the ones on the other truck.
They were the standard Mopar rims. These are the white solids. The other truck has the factory rims on it.
All right, this is on. Are we putting water in this thing?
Yep.
Can't use this cap. Look at that. It's fucking awesome. It's awesome.
It's awesome. I wonder if that app comes with a beeper. Oh.
So who's beeping?
That one.
That one?
Not the one in the sun. And this one was getting a really good look at my wrench.
You only got to see your silvers crack?
I should probably.
Microphone so it doesn't get soaked.
I could. Might be a good idea.
I mean, I don't care about your phone, but the microphone.
Yeah, my phone's somewhat waterproof right now. Oh yeah, my phone's gonna love this. See how that works. I'll get back over there so I can turn it off. This thing right here needs to go. Thinking about 20. Why do you say that? Ah. Pouring out of the water pump or one of the bolts?
Don't know, everything's wet now.
That's what she said.
You keep talking about her like that. I mean,
Holy crap.
part of that's because it was pouring out of the top here, but
Oh, so how do you know it's coming out of the water pump?
because I saw it pouring out of the bottom before you started it. And it's still...
It's just barely dripping right now. It's not coming from the block. It could have just been splashing.
It wasn't splashing. It started coming out of there before this thing finished filling up.
Oh, she's thirsty. Well, regardless, we want to flush this.
Right.
So let's fill it up.
You want to turn it back on?
And
it's
then-
bubbling pretty nicely.
Yeah. We'll fill it up. I'll turn the water on slow, and then we'll take off that lower hose and make a mess.
Well, see if she'll fire and talk to us for a bit.
Tools. I'm a tool. I'm a tool. I only turned it on a little bit this time. Running it out of the top of the radiator won't be a bad thing either, because they'll take anything that's floating and wash it out. Yeah, that cap's probably toasted.
Anytime you've got this sort of cracks in the ceiling, yeah. It's okay. Makes me wonder if we can't just connect this and see if it clicks.
Probably would.
And then it would blow freaking dust and debris everywhere. I'm thinking of pulling the heads off of it and
Seeing what it looks like. You might be able to get the AC working. I want that. I want that. That's what I want. I want to start it while it's doing that.
okay, let me get out. You can hook the battery back up.
I'm gonna wait for you to get out. It's magically tried to start itself when we hooked the battery up before. You never did shave that
Not yet.
piece down, so yeah.
Not yet. Okay, keys.
You got the keys. I'm gonna move to the other side so I got room to run. Well, yeah, the carburetor tried to kill me last time. Oh, it's in the video. I jumped pretty good. If you watch the whole video I sent you. It got my attention, that's for sure. She don't sound like she's gonna idle.
What are you saying?
Go ahead.
I heard something grinding.
It was the water hitting the fan.
Okay. This thing's showing no oil pressure.
Yeah, let's quit playing with it then.
It's possible that one of those wires that's busted is the oil pressure light.
Very much is. I mean, we got 3 wires we don't even know where they go to. That been chewed off. She didn't sound like she was missing, did she? It's hard to tell with that carburetor the way it's running. But when you're up on the throttle, it didn't sound like it was missing. When you get off the throttle, it sounds like it's missing in every cylinder.
When I was revving it up, I heard it growling. And that tends to mean it's got a misfire,
Yeah.
especially on a lightweight like this.
Oh, we can probably turn the water off now. Or actually, we need to pull the lower hose off.
You drain it?
Yeah, flush it. Let it run.
You're asking a lot. You know that, right, Jerry?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
wet under there.
Huh?
It's kind of wet under there.
Well, you're gonna probably reach in from up here. Right there it is. I can see it from here.
You're fun. You know that, right?
It's your job to get to it. Yep, you'll probably use that.
You're fun.
It's on the other side.
Oh, you want that one?
Well, I kind of want
That
to
one's going to blow as soon as I take it off.
Oh, take it off.
Might as well just cut the hose at this point.
Why?
Because that radiator clamp is in rough shape.
Oh. Oh, I got my clamps with me.
Wrong style clamp, Jerry.
Oh, it's that style. Well, we'll probably have to get a... there's a lower and an upper sitting in the truck. I don't know what shape they're in. I want to get all that shit out of that block. Oh, it actually broke loose. Nice thing is there's no real pressure on it.
Those clamps, by the way, won't work for radiator hoses.
No, no, no. That's why I just said we'll have to get new clamps. I know you probably have to get upper and lower radiator hoses too, but not right now. Oh, fine. You need pliers? Channel locks?
I'm gonna end up wet. I can tell already.
Yeah, take that one off so I can go straight through the block, because that block is really rusted. Right now we're just flushing the radiator.
Don't crack the radiator. Don't crack the radiator.
Right? Yeah, don't use a screwdriver. Just, yeah. You're making me nervous with the screwdriver. That's what you wanted, right?
Yep.
Oh, thermostat's closed. Hey, there's a thermostat in it. That's a bugger. How about we take the heater hose off? It's right here. This one. Not the heater hose. No, we don't want that.
I'm just gonna say, what are you thinking, Jerry? Because in order to take the heater hose off, it'd be easier just to cut this thing.
No, I'm talking about the crossover. But I don't know if it'll survive if we take it off. Probably won't survive once we put pressure to this.
That's disgusting. That water pump needs to be replaced, Jerry. That's all there is to it. You can see the corrosion on it.
Yeah.
It has started to rot.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get some of that stuff to come out of the block, but with the thermostat in there, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to push enough water through there with the thermostat in there. I can do the radiator, though.
Just a little bit of yuck.
Well, I think the radiator was pretty much empty. Oh, do me a favor. Look at the side of the block over there.
Over where?
Over on that side.
Why? What am I looking for?
Water jacket plugs. Because this one looks like it might be leaking up front. But I could have splashed it with water too.
Almost certainly splashed it with water if it's on the front.
Yeah, that's what I said. I could have splashed it with water too.
Okay, I think this is us for the weekend.
You think so?
We're gonna have to let this mess dry before we can do the oil change.
Right. So can we pull the thermostat housing off so I can do the block? Let that flow and clean out the rust a little bit out of the radiator. What's up? It's tight. You need an extension?
Got an extension.
Oh, it wasn't gonna leak.
Like they put it on with impact tools or something.
I half expected it not to have a thermostat in it.
Why? It was in a freaking cold country.
Not when you guys parked it, it wasn't. And a lot of people think that in the heat, you take the thermostat out and it'll cool better.
No, it doesn't. It just flows.
It just flows
fast.
constantly and doesn't sit long enough in the radiator to cool down. People don't understand that. She's got a little umph to her, huh?
Got a little corrosion in her.
Oh yeah, that made a difference. You hear the water come out of that block when it broke suction. There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's probably corroded all.
Oh, it's done, dude. It's so done. Oh, I really want to wash this block out. Big time now.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's awful. We had to do that.
That one was going to come out anyways, but that's disgusting.
Oh, you should see what's coming out of the block right now.
Kind of pissing red, isn't it?
Yep. And for people asking, this thing hasn't had coolant in it in 21 years.
Well, I don't know when the rats chewed through it.
Rats didn't chew through anything.
This heater hose was chewed by a rat.
Oh, that's true, but that one drained the block. I'm pretty sure your dad drained it
Why didn't he drain the tank?
before he parked it. Probably because it doesn't have a easy drain. This thing, you pull a hose off and it drains itself. Or it froze and drained itself. That's what I'm afraid of. Freeze plugs like to pop when they set with water in them.
No, they usually crack the block. Freeze plugs don't do what they say they do.
No,
They're
they-
actually casting plugs.
The freeze plugs rust out
Yeah.
and pop.
Well, that's gonna be fun, isn't it?
Because I had to
That's happening.
put freeze plugs in the 63 when I rebuilt it because they were all rusted out.
My 77 Cutlass had one rupture and blow, and
Yeah.
I put a one of them
Rubber quick
quick
plugs.
ones in, and it just stayed there.
And I put brand new ones in the 63. They were trying to make them out of stainless there for a while, so they wouldn't rust out like that. But nowadays they don't keep a freaking car long enough to matter. I am going to.
Still not running cool or clear.
I'm going to turn the pressure up because I want to flush it. Still running dirty?
Yeah, and it's pushing stuff off the top of the intake.
Oh, that's good. It's not going in the carburetor, is it?
No, it's not going that way.
Good. So it's pushing stuff out of the way of the hull. That's awesome. I like that idea. Oh yeah, it's not even close to clear.
No, it's ugly yellow color still.
No. Run it until it gets clear as we can get it. This is kind of how I figured our day was going to be. So we'll do the oil change some other time. Disconnect the battery.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to take this and grind that corner down.
Yeah.
Because it is just so close. I'm actually so amazed how easy that was to figure out.
Well, again, the oil pressure sender is in the back of the engine, right?
Yeah, it's that big tube-looking thing back there. It might be actually unplugged fairly easy. It's not there. It's behind that. It's right back there by that.
Give me a minute. I gotta find a place to put my hands.
Oh shit! It might not be where I think it is on this one.
That's it. Okay, it's attached.
It's attached?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, I see it. It's so hard to see back there.
I don't want to crack that bottle.
Right. Any worse? Those sending units aren't very.
Oh, okay. It's just the T-top stuff.
Yep. Yeah, these suck. Those sending units aren't very good either. I've put.
The harness here.
Yeah, so it probably goes straight in. Then we probably don't have to worry about it. I don't know what these other 3 wires are for. One of them's ignition wire. As soon as the key comes on, accessory wire.
Ignition power.
Yeah, it's ignition power, key on power. So we can use that for all kinds of things.
Well, first we got to do some serious work on the electrical side here. I don't like butt connectors.
Right. We got to solder all that eventually. And heat shrink. We found heat shrink. How's the water look coming out now? A little better?
A little bit, still yellowish.
Wow. Now we really won't know anything about the cooling system until we get it running.
Yeah.
I mean running. So we need
I still think that water pump's hamburger.
So I want to drain the oil. I need a quart of cheap ATF.
Why?
Because it's going to go down the carburetor.
Oh, yeah, that okay.
I'm going to reseat the, clean and reseat the valves. Especially with a leaded engine. It does a real good job for those. I won't run water down this one. I usually run water down them first to knock all the carbon out, but
no.
I don't think this one will handle it very well. It's not a lot of water. It's just a tiny bit of water, but old school stuff my dad taught me. Take an old engine, run just a tiny bit of water down it, and knocks all the carbon off the top of the pistons and everything. Hopefully they go out the valves.
Without causing anything to fail too badly.
And then you run ATF afterwards to reseat the valves, because it screws the seat up on the valves.
Okay, we're clear, basically.
We're clear, basically? All right, I'll go shut it off. I'll hopefully get it actually shut off. Since
I don't think it does actually shut off. That's why the freezer's so big.
Oh, you think so? Well, that's probably not a bad thing then. For the trees. Well, I just figured by now they're big enough that they made it into somebody else's septic tank. Or your septic tank. Oh, hosey, hosey. Oh, hosey, hosey. Oh, yeah, you just dragged that right over my toolbox. I see how you are.
Okay. These go back in my box.
Yep.
Okay, I think we're done for the day, Jerry.
Done already?
Well, you're the one who has problems with the heat.